I got started in the AI industry back in Ireland, where I'm originally from. I grew up on a farm, a small farm in Ireland. We used to have an AI technician come to our house to inseminate the cows, and I thought that was a great job. The guy was really busy, you know, looked like he was wanted to, you know, go. And then that's the type of person I feel that I am, or I used to be anyway, you know. And so I got interested in becoming a technician when I was 18, and I had an older brother that also was a technician, an AI technician. We were trained very well over there in a factory, a slaughterhouse factory type place, and we would inseminate the cow, would die before it would go in to be slaughtered, and we'd get the tag number of the animal, and when we find the reproductive system of the animal afterwards, we could tell where we deposited the dye in the cervix, or if we didn't get through the cervix or whatever. So there was no, you know, fooling around of where we said, oh yeah, we got through and we didn't, you know. It was very well documented. So anyway, I did that for about 3 to 4 years, and we were in the summertime, or in Ireland at least, it's very seasonal breeding, so I was laid off in the winter. So I would be, you know, taken on around March till about September, and laid off around September, October. So it wasn't very secure, you know, as regards long-term type career. So I decided to look for something else. My sister, who still lives in Chicago, talked me into, you know, perhaps you should come to the States. So I did, and it's a long process. It takes over 2 years. And in the meantime, I had found work with a confectionery company that sells cookies and candies, and I used to call them supermarkets and cash and carries. And that was the last job that I had in Ireland before I came over here. My paperwork came through, and I was ready to come to the States, and I said, well, I was excited. I always wanted to come anyway, you know, and check it out. I arrived here in November, Chicago, in November 1977, and it was the day before Thanksgiving, actually, and we didn't have Thanksgiving in Ireland, so the next day we went to a big dinner, a big party at someone's house, and I said to myself, wow, you guys eat very well over here. You know? And it was totally new to me. I was 26 years old when I came here, so I had left a lot of friends at home, back in Ireland at least, and it was a big move. 26-year-old living with their older sister in a city that you didn't know anybody. It was quite difficult for quite a while. And then I had to look for work, and I found several different jobs. It was just not good. My ex finally talked me into maybe you should get back into what you normally do, what you're used to doing when you did in Ireland, you know, AI work. And I said, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea. So I called up several different AI companies, and some didn't have any opportunities. The last company I called up was Select Sires, and that was like in 1979, 1980. And yes, we have opportunities everywhere. Where do you want to go? And I said, California. And why not, you know? So everybody wants to go to California. And they said, okay, well, our distributor out there, Superior Sires, and that put me in touch with Tom Olson and Lloyd Vieira. So I came out on, I think it was July of 1980, and arranged an interview with Lloyd and Tom. That was an interesting interview. Lloyd Vieira would probably explain it a lot better than I will, but apparently I didn't impress Lloyd very well. Tom said, hey, Lloyd didn't, I think, particularly want to hire me, and Tom said, well, we need somebody really bad, give him a chance, you know. And so, lucky enough they did, you know, and apparently I did not dress to impress. I was dressed pretty casually, and Lloyd always lets me know that to this day. But So I got hired on in August of 1980 with Superior Sires. It's amazing. I was totally blessed to be given the opportunity to get back into the AI business. And really, to be honest, it wasn't something I wanted to do. I had already left that business in Ireland, and but I felt it's the only thing that I feel like I was qualified to do. My relationship with my customers, from my perspective, is excellent. I just have a really good rapport with them. They deserve professionalism. They deserve somebody calling on them that understands what they are needing. We're blessed that as salespeople come to our customers with a product and we can actually become friends with them. They will, let you know what's going on in their families. They invite you to family functions, whether it be birthday parties or weddings. It's that type of a relationship we have with our customers. And they are absolutely terrific people, down to earth, very jovial, like to have fun and then work hard as well. You have to gain their trust, obviously. You have to respect them and know that they're under tremendous pressure. So you have to be able to read them on day-by-day basis. But all in all, they're just totally delighted to have the opportunity to serve them. I've been in for so long that there's a newer generation coming up, in the dairy industry. Sons and daughters of who I used to deal with in the past. They know more about some of these schools that are coming down the line than I do, and they know what they want, and has made it work more interesting and easier, actually. I think, one of our challenges is to be able to transition from one generation to the next. But I feel the younger progressive dairymen today are eager to implement all these new ideas. And if they don't work out, well, they don't work out. But they're open-minded, and they are willing to try them out. And they trust the advisors or consultants that come. And it just shows that we're not just there to sell them semen and try off semen and go. We're interested in improving their business, obviously. And it's good for everybody. As regards working with Al West, it's words can't describe how fantastic it is. They allow you to, when I say they, I mean our senior managers, lots of freedom to do our work. They don't apply any pressure. You get a lot of positive reinforcements from them. I've worked under 3 different managers now. Archie Nelson. Archie was a great guy to work with. Earl Catlin came on after him, and Earl was just wonderful. I would ask him, how am I doing, I would expect him to say, hey man, you kick it up a notch or something, and he was just keep on doing what you're doing, and I took that as all right, I must be doing something right. And he was just no pressure, and just really was a terrific man to work with. I guess it must run in the family of Al West. Jim Wells is the same way. He's there when we need him to ask certain questions or whatever. He's hands off in regards, he lets you do your work. Working with Al West is so unique. You have to be a self-motivator. The majority of us work out of our homes, so we don't go to an office every day. So we have to get up every morning, and without anybody telling us to do that, and we feel that, we're in a place of trust, and that Al West believes in us, that we will just get up and go to work every day and do the best we can. I don't think I ever set that goal. It just happened. It's a great accomplishment. I had a lot of help achieving that in recent years. When I reached 2 million, that was fantastic. I was just saying to myself, well, hey, if I meet 3 million, and if I don't, fine. But here it is, and I am. But I would like to mention Mike Pereira has helped me greatly in achieving the 3 million unit award. In the last several years, he has picked up a lot of business, which I give him tremendous credit for. I like to thank my ex for nurturing me into getting back into the AI business. Primarily, I would like to thank Tom Rolson, God rest his soul, and Lloyd Vieira, who gave me the opportunity to start in the AI industry again. Without them, I would have not gotten here. Lloyd Vieira, I got to know over the years, and just a tremendous fellow, you know. He always had words of encouragement. Even, you know, made several efforts to find work for me to pick up clients at the dairies. And so I am extremely grateful to him for what he has done for me. Initially, when I was starting out, I rode with Alan Cosentine for, I think, probably forever. Well, at least a month or so, maybe longer. I would, you know, fill the nitrogen tanks for him, and I would observe how he sold. He was very smooth, very professional, and he was a good guy to learn from. We had fun driving around together. We talked about a lot of different things, and he sure was a good mentor for me.
I'd just like to mention also that on a personal level, that I have two wonderful daughters that are married, and I love them to bits. I just like to mention them, and they're a huge part of my life. God has really blessed us all. Actually, I look forward to going to work some days, on Mondays. You know, the weekend, if I have nothing going on, I get actually bored at home, and I can't wait for Monday, believe it or not, to go to work. I love the great outdoors. I like to camp. I like to go to the lake. When I go camping, I take my Jeep with me, and we go off-roading and get up in the high country, and it's just, we realize how great this world is. I like to travel. I travel, you know. Well, hopefully all of us will allow me to work for another few years anyway, you know, so I intend to do that. As long as I'm kind of healthy, I'd like to see the world a little bit. I'd like to travel a little bit. Maybe do some good for some charities or something like that, you know. Use my time when I retire. I've been thinking that I need to, my time to give back to the community in some way.